Uses for virtual reality and augmented reality in the medical field. Virtual reality technologies such as the Oculus Rift are starting to become more and more widely available. This has enabled virtual reality technology to be used within many industries and sectors. For example, the airplane industry has used virtual reality technology to train new pilots for nearly 2 decades. The use of these training simulators has resulted in safer pilots, less air crash incidents, and a more structured, reliable training program for the industry. Today, I would like to talk about the medical field and how virtual reality technology and augmented reality technology has become an important tool, not just for the training of new medical professionals, such as doctors, surgeons, and nurses, but for everyone, as the effects of these technologies leads to better treatment and better recovery rates. A great example of this I found involves using Google Glass being worn by surgeons performing an operation. The video feed from the Google Glass is then taken and sent to an iPad. A surgeon in another area is able to use this iPad and see what the operating surgeon sees. The surgeon who is located remotely is able to move his hands into the video feed, which is then sent back to the operating surgeon. This enables the surgeons to work together despite being located in different areas, with one surgeon pointing out structures that are important and various things required to be done during the surgery. A product called Smart Specs uses a depth camera similar to a Microsoft Kinect. A camera and screen technology are implemented into a piece of wearable tech. The camera and screen work together to enhance what little vision most legally blind people have left. The use of technology is clever here and provides great service to people who are unable to see. It's great use of technology that was more than likely not developed for the area of research it has been applied to. It has led to people who have impaired vision having better quality of life. A thesis paper called Augmented Reality Simulation for Laparoscopic Training discusses that augmented reality simulators have been developed and that the quality of these training procedures has improved over the years. The paper acknowledges both VR, virtual reality, and AR, augmented reality, as valid training methods and praises them both on the advances that they promote in training new surgeons, each having their own merits in improving different techniques used during surgery. The paper recommends that augmented reality should be developed more in the future to help training. The paper also notes that the training technologies used do not provide enough haptic feedback to the user, and that some of the surgeons who participated in the studies that were carried out cited that the lack of haptic feedback does not provide the whole experience to surgeons who are training. Another example, the University of Louisville in the United States has carried out research and development into creating a method of treating phobias using virtual reality exposure therapy. The patient wears a virtual reality headset such as an Oculus Rift. The patient is then placed into an environment which simulates their fear, such as a phobia of flying or arachnids. By being submerged in this environment, the patient is then able to essentially fight their fear. The results of these studies have been positive and enable for treating phobias within a controlled, safe environment. University of Stanford students created an outdoor simulator for people who are housebound. The simulator uses light, sound, wind, and even temperature, along with a large screen to simulate bike rides or even a walk outside. While it's not suggested that these are as beneficial as an actual walk outside, the benefits for people who are unable to go outside are obvious. Imagine the feeling of a walk on the beach for a person who has been bound to a wheelchair for the past several months. A paper called Virtual Reality Social Cognition Training for Young Adults with High Functioning Autism talks about how virtual reality technology has been used to treat kids with autism. The paper shows the results of a study carried out with kids who have trouble with social situations. The study, which helped children with Asperger's, used virtual reality to condition these children to notice social cues and enable them to have a greater understanding of social situations. While people with Asperger's syndrome are able to work and live normal lives, the benefits of this technology are clear to see, resulting in a better quality of life and social relationship for these kids. Virtual worlds such as Second Life have given people the opportunity to navigate a virtual world. From a gaming point of view, this isn't uncommon. However, it is what people are doing inside of this space that is the important part. Many companies and organizations operate in a virtual world such as Second Life. setting up their own offices where people, in the form of avatars, can meet and interact. This includes charities such as Contact a Family that have set up their own office where parents of disabled children can meet and share information and provide support to each other. This is useful for the parents who are unable to get out and about due to the demands of caring for their disabled child. Virtual reality technology has come on in leaps and bounds in the past few years and will continue to do so as many industries start to see the potential of new technologies. While the Oculus Rift, for example, was developed with the gaming industry in mind, the Oculus has found a home in several different sectors. As virtual reality hardware starts to become more common and cheap, high-quality consumer-level products will become available to the everyday user. These technologies will become more common and widespread, not just in the medicine industry, but in other sectors such as tourism and hospitality, or even entertainment. Virtual reality technology has a long way to come. As virtual reality hardware starts to become more and more common and cheap, high-quality consumer-level products will start to become available to the everyday user. These technologies will find their way into our homes, businesses, and workplaces. Virtual technology will be all around us, enabling us to have a better quality of life.